Hello, and welcome to Southern Ways with Felicia. In this episode, I will be sharing with you someone who is near and dear to my heart, and that is my maternal grandmother, my Sweet Lorraine. If she was still here with us, she would actually be turning 93 years old today. So this video is dedicated to her. Mother, Mama, Granny. Those are some of the names that we called our Sweet Lorraine. This is my grandmother, and today she would have been 93 years old, born on March 13th, 1928. And in her honor, I would like to celebrate her and share with you some of the memories I have of her. I'm so fond of this lady. She helped to mold me into the woman I am. She knew me before I knew myself. She adored her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Mother worked in the home and outside of the home. As a matter of fact, she was one of the first African-American women to work in one of our local manufacturing plants. She was the queen of hospitality. Her doors were always open. You never went by there and she was just there alone. If you did, it was rare. She was known in the community as Miss Lorraine, Aunt Lorraine, Cousin Lorraine. Oh, her gardens. She loved to garden. She had all kind of creative pottery out in her yard. She would take something like a kitchen utensil and decorate her yard with it. She was so creative and she used what she had. Hospitality was her passion. You never left her home without something in your hand, be it some food from her kitchen, or some vegetables from her garden, or some flowers. Maybe even something that she picked up along the way, and she knew that one day she would find the right person for this thing. You just never left empty-handed. And you could not be rude and say, "No, I don't want it." Because the funny thing about it, sooner or later you would need it. Some of the heirlooms here are earbobs that she gave me. That's what we called our earrings. She called them that, and I continue to call earrings earbobs till this day. The pearl necklace actually was given to her by her grandmother. This was her grandmother's necklace who raised her, because unfortunately her mom passed while she was a young child. So she was raised by her grandmother, Maggie, and her aunt, Aunt Alberta, who she took care of until they passed. That was my grandmother, always taking care of others. Even after she retired, she would go into local homes and take care of individuals who needed a little assistance in the home so that they would not have to go into a nursing home or an assisted living facility. She loved red. That was one of her favorite colors, and she loved her lipstick. She gave me my first lipstick too when I was in the 2nd grade. And of course it was her signature color red. Here she is in her garden. with her hat on. I get my love of hats from her and my Aunt Carrie. I have so many of her hats, and I treasure them, and I wear them and try to enjoy them as she did when she was here with us. This photograph is her in front of a restaurant in town. She used to work in several restaurants, and she was an amazing cook. And I love this picture of her in the blue. This is my grandmother at the opening of my museum, sitting in a rocking chair on the front porch. That's my granny. Now I would like to share with you some of the heirlooms that I have in my home that I enjoy. One of them being this Christmas tree. I know you're probably wondering, why does Felicia have this Christmas tree up? Well, my grandmother used to keep this tree up all year long in her sunroom. And my aunt just gave it to me this past Christmas. And like my sweet grandmother, I cannot bring myself to put it away just yet. I'm still enjoying it. And I don't think she would mind. Because she kept it in her sunroom all year long herself. So I'm just carrying on in her tradition. Grandmothers, they are so special. And if your grandmother is still living, I encourage you to love on her and to spend as much time as you can with her. I used to love going by my grandmother's house after a long, hard day, just to unwind and to settle down for the evening. And she would always have us laughing because she always had someone there, so it was just never you. You know, there were always, my aunt or a cousin or family friend there, and she would have us laughing. And if you had an issue, a problem, it usually was solved by the time you left, because she would help you to come up with a solution. She was not a woman that thrived on being impolite. She was a woman of manners. She believed in talking to people with respect, and she never raised her voice to get her point across. She just always felt that you should handle yourself in a ladylike way. So this is my Sweet Lorraine. Now I would like to share with you just a few of my heirlooms here in my home. So I know that I've already shared several photographs with you of my grandmother, but who doesn't love photographs? I have two more that I would like to share with you. And one is a little snapshot of my grandmother and I at her home. I'm a toddler, probably about 3, I guess, and she's holding me. And how about that lamp on the side? Check out that lamp. And then I have another photograph, and this is a fun photograph, and in this photograph you can see my grandmother, and she's just enjoying the cookout. I'm leaning on her with my thumb in my mouth. My mom is sitting behind her. That's my mom that you see in the background. And yes, I was a thumb sucker. But yeah, this is a fun picture, and I actually keep this picture at my office on my desk. I have this little red box. As you know, my grandmother, she loved red. That was one of her colors. And this box says, family, one of life's greatest blessings. And inside here is where I keep a little necklace that was given to me as a keepsake. And you see my grandmother, and that is her dog. She was a dog lover too. And her dog was Petey, was named Petey. That was her baby. And she adored Petey as I adore Mr. Gatsby. And I also keep this pendant that I'm wearing today. I keep this pendant in there as well. This is a little charm that my brother gave me one Christmas in memory of my grandmother. So in honor of her birthday today, I decided that I would wear it. And I have just a few more little heirlooms because, like I said, I have so many of her things here at my home as well as at my museum. I probably have more of her stuff at my museum. But this is so cute. This is a little container that holds your honey. And I actually broke the little stick that went with it, unfortunately, but this is so cute. And we are tea drinkers, and so you have to have your honey. This pink bowl, a glass frosted bowl, this actually belonged to, I think, Aunt Alberta, and she gave it to Mother, which is Granny, and Granny gave this to me. And the story that I have is that the stores would give you like little, I guess, tickets or stickers for spending so much money, and then you were able to purchase, well, not purchase, but you were able to take those stickers, and as they added up, you were able to turn them in and get dishes and, you know, different ware for your house. And this is one of those pieces, and I have a couple of more pieces that she's given me that goes along with this collection. And as you can see, to the side is this humongous rooster. This is not old by any stretch, but it is near and dear to me because when my husband and I built our home, she gave us this rooster to go in our kitchen. She just felt like every kitchen needed to have a rooster. She had them in her kitchen, and she wanted me to have one in mine. So this is the rooster that she bought me for my kitchen, and we have it on display in my kitchen. And the last two pieces I would like to show you are just some of the things that she's actually made. This beautiful blanket that she crocheted. She loved to sew. Like I said, she used her hands for so many things in her garden, cooking, mending, and making things. And this is one of the, like a throw blanket that she made that we have here in our home. And one of my daughters, my youngest daughter, she is actually Mr. Gatsby. Come here, Gatsby. For those of you who are on my channel on a regular basis, you kind of know Mr. Gatsby, and he's having to make his appearance. So here he is, but he will not look at the camera. Okay, let me finish up. As I was saying, my grandmother, she used her hands to make many things, and one of my daughters is actually named for her, and that is my youngest daughter, Sweet Lorraine. And so she made this quilt for Sydney, and I love how vibrant the colors are. You see green, and of course her signature red and purple and different color blues. And I'll show you the other side of it. It's really heavy and in just immaculate condition because we actually don't use this. I have it put away so that one day when Sydney grows up and she steps out into her own and has her own house, that she can take this with her. But This is so beautiful, but this is just, I mean, she made pillows. One of my daughters has pillows that she made for her when she attended daycare. So we just have so many different things that Granny made around our home. So we live with her every day, pretty much. Yeah, we live with her every day. So with that being said, this has been a lot of fun sharing with you. Just a little piece of my heart, and that is my grandmother on her, what would have been her 93rd birthday. And if you have some memories, or if anything that you saw that I shared with you reminds you of your grandmother, comment below. I'd love to hear, what object resonated with you. And again, thank you so much for watching Southern Ways with Felicia. Bye-bye. Again, I thank you for watching Southern Ways with Felicia. And I'd like to leave you with this last collage photograph that was put together for my mom as a gift for me by Mr. James Crawford, an artisan from our area. And this collage is of my maternal grandmother, my Sweet Lorraine, my mother, myself, and my 2 daughters. So we have my grandmother in the center at the top when she was a child. And then we have my mom with a bow in her hair. I have bows as well, but they're at the end of my plaits. And then you see my 2 daughters wearing their bows like their grandmother, Loretta. And the little girl with the brown bow, with brown bows, that is Sydney Lorraine. So here we have 4 generations. One of my final treasures that I wanted to share with you before closing out this video.